And we are live on YouTube.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rabbi.
So next Friday night, we'll be celebrating the first night of Hanukkah. Tonight, we get a bonus. Not that celebrating Shabbat wouldn't be more than enough, but tonight we're going to get ready for Hanukkah by opening our hearts and minds to some of the themes of Hanukkah so that when it comes in our homes next week, we're all ready for it. And this is just like the perfect time in history that Hanukkah should arrive. Now, it always arrives in the darkest time of the year, but it also arrives this year at a dark time in history. You know, our beloved state of Israel is under siege. And, you know, all around the world, Jews have become like a surrogate for the politics of Israel. They've been associated with the politics of Israel, even if they don't even agree with it anymore. So Jews around the world have also been under siege. So it's a time where we really need to light our menorahs and light our own lights and bring that light into the world, because that's always been the Jewish role in the world, to bring light into the world. We're a light unto the nations. Unfortunately, we don't have to do this work alone. If we're going to bring the light into the world, we're going to bring it in partnership with the divine energy that fills the world. So we're going to start our service by singing a traditional Hanukkah tune that Andy foreshadowed, Beth, asking the Rock of Ages to be our rock when we need it, to be our rock of support, so that we can get through this difficult time together and that we can bring our light into the world with safety and with love and compassion.
And we will go ahead and share our screen so that the folks at home, which I guess is everybody, can join in. Although technology being what it is, we ask that you join in from behind a muted microphone. Ma'otzu Yeshuati B'chana Eleshabeach Tikon Beit Tefilati B'sham Toda Nezabeach Le'etachin Matbeach Mitzar Hamnabeach Az Egmor Beshir Mizmor Chanukat HaMizbeach Az Egmor Beshir Mizmor Chanukat HaMizbeach. Rock of Ages, let our song praise thy saving power. You amidst the raging foes were our sheltering tower. Furious they assailed us, but your arm availed us, and your word broke their sword when our own strength failed us, and your had broke their sword when our own strength failed us.
Shabbat's a special time. It's a time of holiness. There are angels in our lives at all times, but in Shabbat we make an effort to appreciate the angels, and we welcome them into our lives with this beautiful song, Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bolechem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mihi Melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Marchuni l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mihi Melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mihi Melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Kadosh Baruch Hu, the Holy One. So Andy is going to light our candles and divide this into a more sacred time.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Andy and I will have the privilege now of transmitting a priestly blessing to you, bringing that blessing that's always present with us, but directing it your way with our hearts and minds, and hoping that you will open your hearts and minds to receive it.
Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmarecha.
May God protect you and keep you at all times.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichunecha.
May God turn his face to you and shine upon you, and may you always sense God's presence in the world.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom.
May God's face turn to you and God's presence be apparent to you, so that all the disparate parts of your life come into wholeness, come into peace.
Ken Yehi Ratzon.
We're going to continue by singing unto God with Psalm 96.
And in an effort to keep things not always quite the same as last time, we are going to do the end of the psalm this time, starting with the line, Yismechu Hashamayim. Yismechu Hashamayim. Yismechu Hashamayim. Yismechu Hashamayim. Betagel Haaretz. Yismechu Hashamayim. Yismechu Hashamayim. Yismechu Hashamayim. Betagel Haaretz. Yiram Hayam. Yiram Hayam. Yiram Hayam. Umelo. 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 Yismechu Hashamayim. Hashamayim. Yismechu Hashamayim. Hashamayim. Yismechu Hashamayim. Betagel Haaretz. And we continue to Psalm 99, and we continue to do the end of the psalm. This time with our traditional melody from Craig Taubman. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu ve'hakodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu ve'hakodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu ve'hakodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu ve'hakodsho.
In a moment, we're going to join Cantorial in singing Lecha Dodi. Lecha Dodi is an amazing Kabbalistic prayer with lots of mystical meanings, lots of lines I could just dive into, but the one that I've always liked the most is the line that says in English, wake up, hitori, hitori. I like it because the sages, the Hasidic sages of our tradition, thought that one of the problems, one of humankind's major problems was that they walked through life. They were asleep. They didn't realize that God's presence was all around them. And if they realized that, they would join God in bringing compassion, love, and justice to the world. This is one of the difficult times in our history. And it's really a time where we have to wake up. We have to wake up to embrace our Jewish identities, and we have to wake up to the reality that we're God's partners in the world, and we need to bring compassion, love, and justice in everything that we do. So when Andy sings, think about what you need to do to hitori, to be fully awake this week, to be fully present to everything around you.
We'll be doing, as is our custom, verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. And the melody this evening, I don't know the name or the author. We simply, Rabbi Shane and I learned it from one of our dear friends in San Francisco, Pablo. So we refer to this melody as Nigun Pablo. If you happen to know who wrote it, please let me know. Yai dai 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 dai, yai dai 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 dai, yai dai dai, yai dai dai, yai dai 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 dai dai. Echadodi ikrat kala, Shabbat nekabel al chadodi. If we can, to greet the Sabbath bride. Boi v'shalom, ateret bala, gam b'simcha u'b'tzola, toch emunei am segula. Boi chala, boi chala. Dodi ikrat kala bene Shabbat nekabel al chadodi ikrat kala bene Shabbat nekabela.
Now it's time to our call to community. We will stand for the Baruch, bless God, and we create a circle of blessings that brings this into a blessing space. The blessings, they're always there, but now we see them, now we feel them.
Lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 yai, lai, lai. Yai, lai, 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 yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, la 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 et Adonai amevorach. Baruch Adonai amevorach, amevorach le'olam va'ed. Amevorach, amevorach le'olam va'ed.
I'm going to give us a blessing for the evening. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, for whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and seasons glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, for whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai, Ma'ariv Aravim.
Amen.
So, we're going to do something different instead of Ahava Olam. We're going to decide that what kind of world we'd like to build. The kind of world we'd like to build is a world filled with compassion and love. Lord knows this is what we need nowadays. If we do this, then we can facilitate God's living energy filling the world. When you finish this prayer, take a minute of silence before the Shema and imagine sending loving energy into the world and filling the world and building the world with love.
Olam chesed yibaneh, yadadai, yadadai, yadadai. Olam chesed yibaneh, yadadai, yadadai, yadadai. Olam chesed yibaneh, yadadai, yadadai. Olam chesed yibaneh, yadadai, yadadai. I will build this world with love. Yadadai, yadadai. You must build this world from love. Yadadai, yadadai. And if we build this world from love, yadadai, yadadai. God will build this world from love. Yadadai, yadadai. Olam chesed yibaneh, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavcha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol meodecha ve'hayu ha'devarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha ve'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta b'ham v'shivtecha b'veitecha uvlechtecha avaderech uvshochbecha uvkumecha ukshartam lehot al yadecha vehayu letotafot beinenecha uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
I always like you, Mi Hamocha. They're sung at the Sea of Reeds.
That's a little low. I'm sorry. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai mi kamocha nedar ba'kodesh nora tehilot osef ele malchutecha ra'u v'necha bokeh yam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam ze lianu ve'amru Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed.
We all seek peace in our world and in our personal life. And with this prayer, we ask God to spread his wings of peace, his sukkah of shalom, his booth of peace over us when we go to sleep and when we wake up, that we're safe in God's presence.
And we will do the little insert in the middle. Ushmor, sorry, we won't do that. We'll do the third and fourth lines. Ufros aleinu sukkot shlomecha. And on this rather chilly for Los Angeles night, we think of those who do not have a shelter above them and give thanks that we do. Uferos aleinu sukkot shalomecha uferos aleinu sukkot shalomecha ya lai la lai ya lai la lai ya lai la lai la 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 lai ya lai la lai ya lai la lai ya lai la lai la 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 lai spread sukkah of shalom spread over all of us. Your sukkah, your sukkah of shalom.
Just taking a minute to imagine that sukkah of shalom and sending shalom to all those who are finding hard to find peace in the world. Those on the street, as Andy mentioned, and those in the disparate parts of the world that need to find peace, that are seeking peace. So when the sanctuary was being built in the desert, God's request was, build me a sanctuary and I will dwell with them. Now, the request could have been, build me a sanctuary and I will dwell in it. But instead, the words are, and I will dwell with them, because we're part of that divine presence in the world. And we can become sanctuaries where God can dwell if we open our hearts and minds to our connection and our partnership with God. So this is a beautiful prayer that Cantor Andy will sing for us tonight to help us prepare for the Amidah, because the Amidah is our moment of intimate connection with God. So at this moment of intimate connection with God, we really need to prepare ourselves to be a sanctuary, to receive the divine presence in the world and to transmit that divine presence wherever it is needed.
Vasuli mikdash vashachanti betocham va'anachnu nevarech Yah me'ata ve'ad olam. Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. I'll be with thanksgiving. I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Try it with me in the Hebrew. Vasuli mikdash vashachanti betocham va'anachnu nevarech Yah me'ata ve'ad olam. Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you.
And now, as Now's our time to rise b'Yamidah. Rise in spirit or rise in body and spirit.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Abraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim Vekonei Hakol Vezocher Hasdei Avot ve'Imahot ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם. מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר, מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומיתו מלך, מלך ממיד ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל, ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלע, ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש. And at the bottom of the page on the left, Ose shalom, shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen. Ose shalom, shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen. Hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael amen. Ose shalom, shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen.
Thank you so much, Cantorial.
Thank you,
So
Rabbi.
beautiful. That works for me every time we meet. That works for me, Andy, in a major way. Thank you so much. So next week we'll be celebrating Hanukkah by lighting the menorah and bringing light into our lives during this dark time of the year. And beyond the physical darkness that we're experiencing this time of the year where the sun goes down so early, it's really a dark time in history. So we hope that the bright light that we shine and bring into the world during the Hanukkah season helps to bring some light into these dark times. You know, there are many miracles associated with Hanukkah. There are two very well-known miracles. The first miracle is the miracle of the Maccabean victory over the Seleucian Empire and King Antiochus. They were ruling Israel, and the Maccabees helped eliminate them from Israel and rededicated the temple and brought it into the Jewish world. The second miracle is the miracle that we talk about more, the miracle of the single barrel of oil. Should have burned for only one day, but somehow it magically burned for 8 days and kept the menorah burning until new oil could be created that was holy and pure and could be used to light the menorah. But, there are a couple of other miracles associated with Hanukkah that I'd like to talk to you about tonight. One is pretty well known by the mystics of our tradition, and one, I'm going to humbly add, it's one of my own. But you can't get enough miracles, right? There's not enough miracles in the world, so I'm going to add one of my own too. Let's start with the mystical teaching. It's associated with the light burning in the menorah. So we all know how the book of Genesis starts. It starts with, let there be light. But what was that light? It wasn't like the light of the sun and the moon, because the sun and the moon weren't created until the fourth day of creation. So it was a different light. It was a light that created form in the world out of chaos. Before this light was shown into the room, all the parts of the world were disparate and unconnected. And this light that shone into the world connected the world. It made it happen. It was the light of creation that brought all the disparate parts of the world into alignment. It was such a great light that what did God say after he created it? It's good. It's a good light. It's a light that not only connected all things, it also enabled one to understand how all things were interrelated, what the meaning of all the things in the world was, and the deepest meaning of all the things in the world. I often think how wonderful it would be to have the capacity of this light in my life every day, so I would understand my family, my friends, and my teachers, and understand the deepest things they understood about the world and were trying to teach me. It was such a miraculous and powerful light that God decided that humankind wasn't ready for it. So it shone for 36 hours, and then it was hidden. It was hidden to be revealed at the time of the Messianic age. And the rabbis called this light the Or HaGanuz, the hidden light. Now, it burned for 36 hours. Remember that. That's important. I'm going to get back to that later. 36 hours. So remember the number 36. So, a hidden light. You can imagine what that did to the rabbinic world. A hidden light. Where's it hidden? Where's it hidden? They had to come up with, and they spent a lot of intellectual energy deciding where the light was hidden, waiting for the Messianic age. And they came up with 3 places it was hidden. The first place that it was hidden was in the words of the Torah. And they believed that if you studied Torah with fervor and intention, you could experience the Or HaGanuz, the hidden light. They also said, and this was kind of obvious, that the light was hidden in the menorah in the temple. that the menorahs shine this special light of understanding and connection into the world, and the high priest absorbed it when he went in to appreciate the menorah. And the third place they said it was hidden was in the lights of the menorah, the candles of the Hanukkah lights. So remember I said 36? I said, remember the number 36? So this was one of their great proofs that the Or HaGanuz was hidden in the menorah. If you start to count the candles we light on Hanukkah, you start with 1 candle the first night, 2 candles the second night, 3 candles the third night, and so and so and so and so. When you add them all up, guess how many you get? 36. 36. Now everybody says 44 because there are 44 candles in the box, but 8 of those candles are just the caretaker candles, the shamash. They're not part of the menorah. They're just the servants of the menorah. So they're really 36 lights we light. So this firmed up their belief that the Or HaGanuz is hidden in the lights, in the candle lights of the menorah. So when you light the candles next week, even if you're not sure you're experiencing the Or HaGanuz, imagine what it would be like to have that capacity to really understand how everything is connected, to be in a place where everything has meaning in life and you understand the deepest meanings in life. You might even want to take a time to think about where you feel most connected in life and where you don't feel most connected. And think about what you're going to do after Hanukkah ends to connect yourself in those places that you don't feel connected. Now there's a fourth miracle. This is my little addition to the Hanukkah miracle things. And this one takes a little effort. This is going to take our doing a little work, but great miracles are always worth a little work. So as you're lighting the candles on the menorah this week, decide that you're going to spend time with family, friends, or other people who are important to you and deepen your connection to them. Use that Or HaGanuz energy of connection and bring it into the relationships you have with other people by trying to create a time where you can be in great and deep dialogue with them. Be fully present to what they have to say. Start by asking some open-ended questions like, how was your day? Tell me about what your favorite memory of Hanukkah is. And then once the conversation's flowing, you can start to ask some deeper questions. You can ask things like, what's the most important thing to you in life? What do you think brings the greatest meaning to you in life? How do you see yourself bringing meaning into the world? And wouldn't it be a miracle if in this moment of deep dialogue with someone you knew forever, like your partner or your mother or father, your husband, your wife, that you learned something new about them you didn't know? That by creating this time of sacred space, you created a deep connection with them that allowed you to understand something about them that you'd never known before. And there's another way you can really extend this miracle. We all have people that we've lost connection with. In some ways, Hanukkah is a holiday of connection and reconnection, because when the Maccabees liberated the temple, they reconnected it with Jewish spiritual practice. The temple was being used by the Seleucid Empire for pagan rituals. And all of Jewish life was becoming very Hellenized under the control of the Seleucid Empire. And the Maccabee victory was a way to reconnect Judaism to its roots. So take that energy of reconnection and trying to reconnect with people that you've lost touch with. Some people you've lost touch with because you've been in conflict with them. And some people you've just drifted away from. It's really a shame to lose people in our lives. People are the treasure in our lives. People are what makes our lives special. So during the holidays of Hanukkah that celebrates this time of connection, Try and reconnect with somebody that you've lost touch with. If an apology is needed, make an apology. Phone call, a letter. I kind of like letters and phone calls better than text messages, but if you're a techie person and that's the only way you feel comfortable reaching out to people, yeah, text message them. Offer an apology if it's needed. Now, it's not a guarantee that something miraculous will happen and these people will come into your life again, but it's possible that if it doesn't happen now, it'll happen sometime in the future. Now, that would be a miracle, bringing someone into your life that you'd lost and having a new relationship in your life that you lost. But there's one other way this miracle might even extend itself. So imagine you bring someone into your life and they say to themselves, how great is it that Karen reached out to me this year and she tried to reconnect with me. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to reach out to Ellen. I haven't spoken to her in a long time. And oh my God, we could set off a chain reaction where everybody's reaching out and connecting to people that they hadn't spoken to for years. And this just kept spreading and spreading and spreading and spreading. Now that would be even better than a barrel of oil that was only supposed to burn for 1 day and burn for 8 days. This miracle that spread out with a reconnection of all these relationships that had been lost. So I know that when I'm lighting the candles this year, I'll be thinking of all of you, of our Beth Ohr, our house of light. You know, it's a light filled with loving people. I've come to really appreciate their love and connection. They're people who love each other in their own way, and they're trying to connect with the loving energy of the universe. And we all know that we're all putting our hearts and minds and our greatest efforts to make that happen. So on this Shabbat evening, I want to just say how lucky we all are to have each other here at Beth Ohr, and that I hope that we can continue to appreciate our presence with each other, our community filled with light and love, and that this is a Shabbat Shalom, and one of many that we'll have in the future. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. So it's our tradition to do something quite important after listening to these words, and that's to offer a prayer of healing to anyone who needs it. Does anyone have a name that they would like to offer for healing? You can unmute yourself and let us know.
Andy Hyman, Suzanne Joyce.
Andy Hyman and Suzanne Joyce. Anyone else?
Audrey and Michael Hyman and John Strain.
Audrey and Michael Hyman and John Strain. Anyone else? Bhavani?
Got my list out.
Okay.
Esphir Slonimsky, Barry Spiro, Nina Driscoll Mann, Gail Meltzer, Susan McCoyne, Becky Pepkowitz, Dahlia Mahari, Clement Harris.
Yeah. Having trouble accessing the chat. Let me see if I can get if there's some names in the chat. Yes. Eitan Ben Adina and Geffen Ben Hana. Got it. Okay, we're going to do the Debbie Friedman Mishabera prayer for healing. Unless there's anyone else, I don't want to miss anyone.
Okay, and I will add my mother Ellen and my little sister Anna. Mishaberach Avotenu Mekor Habracha May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Misheberach imotenu mekor habracha le'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
Loving energy of the universe, divine loving power, bring all those that we have not mentioned to a place of healing and wholeness. May the world see a dramatic change in the conflicts and divisiveness to a place of wholeness and healing. May it occur swiftly and rapidly, and may we see it in our time and in our place as soon as possible.
Amen. Amen.
So it's upon us to build a better world, Aleinu. The God is with us. We, in a loving partnership, we can't be passive. We have to take our piece of it and bring that piece into the world. We have to bring our own efforts towards making the world a better place, to making a world that recognizes God's presence in the world, God's presence in the world, and that makes a world worth of being present, a world filled with love and compassion. Aleinu.
We rise if we can, please. Aleinu לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשינו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים, לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
May be seated. We're going to do the Mourner's Kaddish Yatom. Does anyone have anyone whose yortzeit is today that they'd like to tell us about? Okay, well, we will say the Mourner's Kaddish, and all those who would like to rise with us to say it, they're welcome to do it. We'll say it to comfort the souls of all those who are in transition, and to send our loving memories to all the souls that we have lost in our lives, to let them know that they mattered, they counted, and we remember them. We remember them with love. We remember them every day of our lives, and we use this prayer to memorialize them and memorialize their memory. Please rise if you're able. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shmei Rabba, v'yalma divra kirute v'yamlich malchute, v'chayakon uv'yomachon uv'chay dekol beit Yisrael, v'agala uv'zman kariv v'imru amen, yehei shmei Rabba mevorach le'olam le'olmei omaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpahar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, V'et hadar, v'et halev, v'et halal, shemei dekudasha, brichu, leila min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, Yatamiran v'yalma v'imru amen. Yehi shlomo rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'ol kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mamav, uyaseh shalom. Aleinu v'ol kol Yisrael v'imru amen. So, do you have any announcements for us? You're still muted.
I hit it, but I guess not hard enough. We will meet in 2 weeks on a Saturday morning, Saturday, December the 16th. You will get an announcement with probably some, at least hints from the rabbi about what we'll be studying. And that will be it for the regular year. Thank you, Rabbi. Thank you for everything you said, for the light that you bring to Beth Ohr. And thank you, Cantor Andy, for the same thing, for the light that you bring to us.
It's reflected light. Reflected light.
Okay. You're only the moon and not the sun.
Right.
Okay. We'll take that. And I think that's all in terms of really what's going on at Beth Ohr. And we all know what's going on in the rest of the world. And I add my prayers for the light to figure out what to do. So with that, I turn it back to you guys.
Thank you.
Well, we have a final song, which will continue with our theme of light, from the light of the candles, the light of Beth Ohr, the hidden light of Or HaGanuz. And now we're going to talk about this light of mine. You know, we're all infused and capable of projecting divine light into the world, not just by lighting Shabbat candles and putting menorot onto our windows, but also by doing the right thing. So what's the right thing? The right thing is taught in the Torah over and over again. It's the greatest teaching of the Torah is to treat others with dignity, love, and respect. Treat all people with dignity, love, and respect. So this week, use the candle lights of Shabbat to remind you that that's your task in the world, to treat others with divine love, respect, and dignity, and to honor them. And next week, as you light the menorah, see it as a reminder that God placed you on the earth for this reason, to bring light into the world, to bring the light of justice into the world. So we're here for a reason. We're here for a reason. We're here to make the world a better place. We're not irrelevant. We're not irrelevant by any means. Each of us has great relevance to the world. So we're going to, I wish we could all sing this together. We're all going to light this light of the little light inside of us. We're going to try and bring that brighter and brighter by muting our screens, but joining Andy in this beautiful song. It actually was written in 1920 by a black man about this plight of the black people in the United States trying to recover from slavery.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. The light that shines is the light of love, lights the darkness from above. It shines on me and it shines on you, it shows that the power of love can do. Gonna shine my it shine. Hey, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. One more time. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Hey, this little light of mine, yeah, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom.
Shalom, everyone. Thank you, Andy, for all your beautiful music that opened up.
Thank you, Rabbi.
And we'll keep the Zoom going for a little while so that we can visit just as we would if we were in the sacred church together, having the service together. So for people who want to visit for a while, stay with us, and we'll say hello and see how things are going.
And if you will all join me in waving goodbye to the folks on YouTube. Goodbye, folks on YouTube. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Now we can say